the people who have joined with us today. So, welcome to the webinar on SAP Joule Value Proposition Real Business Use Cases Live Demo for SAP SuccessFactors HCM. So, let's jump into the agenda for today. So, we will start with SAP Joule Value Position, SAP Joule Business Use Cases, and we'll see a live demo in the system. Then finally, we'll have a Q&A. Yeah. Coming to the presenters for today, myself, I'm Shweta Balaswamy. So I am SAP BTP and AI architect at TechEnvo. I'm also a certified SAP Gen AI developer. So I have nearly a decade of experience in SAP world. So prior to this, I was also working with SAP Labs India. Over to Kavya for your introduction.
Hi everyone, I am Kavya Manohara. I am SAP BTP AI and SAP SuccessFactors HCM expert at TechEnvo. I have experience in building solutions using SAP BTP and agents using SAP Business AI and Joule. So I am also a certified generative AI developer with hands-on experience in implementing AI-driven business use cases. I'm happy to contribute to this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavya. Thanks for introduction. About our organization, we are from TechEnvo. So our company has been founded by former SAP employees, and we also a proud SAP Build partner. So a few housekeeping items before we get started. I would request everyone to mute your microphone so that we'll have a best experience of the webinar. And whenever you get questions, I encourage you to post your questions in the chat window so that we can take it up after each section. So unlocking the AI revolution in SAP SuccessFactors. So where it
How is it going, everybody?
It started from deep learning. So we used artificial intelligence in SuccessFactors to analyze the historical data and provide insights. So some of the use cases of deep learning in SuccessFactors include like skill recommendation, talent intelligence, and predictive analytics for use cases like attrition analysis. And the next evolution is done through generative AI, wherein the AI can generate content for you. So some of the examples include like generating a job description, or generating an interview question, or you can also generate performance goal for your direct reports in the team. So now, as part of the next stage of evolution, we are with the Joule, the most advanced part. So wherein Joule is the AI co-pilot that truly understands your business and that incorporates both deep learning and the generative capability along with the conversational capability of it. So this is about the evolution of AI in SuccessFactors. So this is the UI of Joule. So the logo is this Joule icon. If you click on this icon in SuccessFactors, your conversation dialog will get open and you will be able to get started with your natural language queries. And these are some of the examples of how Joule has been used. So here you can see like it has given some list of purchase requisitions, and it also gives an option to open the purchase requisition. And here you can see that it sends the position for approval, and also it gives you navigational links to go to our chart. And also here we see some analytical results from Joule for the analytical queries. So now coming to the Joule value position. So Joule is beyond just simple assistance. So it can execute multi-step workflows. So we can think of scenarios like creating a job requisition. Then the next step would be to trigger workflow, and finally to update the employee data. So all these multiple steps are taken care autonomously by Joule. So You can execute multi-step workflows easily via agentic automation. So this helps to speed up our HR operations significantly. Next comes the document grounding, which is like the one of the biggest challenge that we have in HR, right? So to deal with unstructured HR documents. So Joule acts as a bridge between the structured HR data and the unstructured policy document, wherein it can help your employees by answering their queries related to company policy. For example, it can give you results for like what is my leave policy. And if suppose the employee asks, like, am I eligible for relocation benefits? So all those queries will be answered instantly using the document grounding functionality. Then comes the personalized employee experience. So whether you are an employee or a manager or a HR, like all can interact differently based on their needs, but they all get an intuitive UI, the same UI. So it supports multiple persona with personalized experience, and it also helps you to get your questions answered instantly, and also you can get insights. You can also perform action using the Joule UI. So this is basically one interface tailored for every employee. So next comes the adoption and implementation part. So level up. By default, SAP is bringing a lot of embedded AI capabilities within the SAP solutions like SAP S4HANA, SAP SuccessFactors, and all. So these comes out of the box for you, the basic Joule use cases. Let's say a job description generation, or if you want to view your email address and update it, or if you want to view your cost center and update. So all these basic use cases come out of the box. And next, where is the use case of AI comes, right? The customized use case comes is like if you have any use case where you want to navigate complex multi-step process, or if you want to seek some information by checking multiple HR modules. So these kind of use cases can be done by Joule orchestration. So you can have the custom Joule use cases to have these things implemented. And also, you can find like high value and unique business use cases for your organization. So that are not part of SAP's standard roadmap. So it is also possible to implement those use cases with specialized Joule agents. So from TechNvo, we have also developed and delivered to our customers some of the Joule agents like Astra, Aura, and Juno. We will talk about it in the coming slides. So we have leveraged the SAP BTP AI Foundation to create this customized AI agents. So now comes the part of how to identify AI use cases in HCM for your organization. So first is we have to start looking at the HR modules where the impact will be highest. So we have different modules like recruitment, onboarding, performance management, and learning. So out of this, you need to find out the high impact area, and it should be directly influencing the employee experience, and also it should impact in your business outcomes. So we have to find such areas, and then we need to find out the tasks which are done repeatedly. So that is where AI automation is needed. So some of the examples could be like data entry, resume screening, generating reports, or like responding to common queries from employees. So these are some of the common use cases of AI. And then we have like some time consuming tasks, right? Where it can take too long to complete. So some of the examples could be like hiring cycles, or it can be performance review, or it can also be an approval workflow. So these cases, right, it actually takes too long to complete. So we can make use of AI in these areas to help reduce the turnaround time. And also we can accelerate these slow processes. This is one of the main use case. And then we have analytical data use cases, wherein instead of going to multiple screens and getting the data and creating the report by ourselves, we can make use of the analytical capability and get insights instantly using AI. Then comes our audit and compliance, which helps us to comply with our company policy and regulation. It can help monitor compliance and ensure that we adhere to the company policy. It can also reduce risk and improve the governance. So these are the common areas using which we can identify the use cases for the organization. So these are some of the HR Joule use cases which are already delivered by SAP. So they also keep on adding some basic use cases like on a monthly basis. So now comes the demo part. Now I'll be showing you in the system of the Joule use cases. Okay, so yeah, let's have a quick look at the Q&A before we start with the demo. I think we have one question. Can Joule connect to multiple systems to access data and provide insights? Yes, it's possible. We can create a custom Joule skill wherein we can connect our Joule to multiple APIs. So each of the API can connect to your different systems and get the insights. It's possible. Okay, so I see that you have a requirement to read data from Snowflake and combine with SF data. Yes, it is possible. Yeah, we can have different Joule skill with connecting to different APIs of these systems and can have a consolidated insights. Yeah. So do we have any other questions before we jump into the demo? Okay, let's quickly jump into the demo. So I have started my Joule instance. So first I'll be showing our attrition agent that we have developed to show the attrition trends across different sections of the organization, like business unit, department, location, and all. So we'll start with seeing the attrition trend across business unit first. So I'll give a prompt to show me attrition trends across business unit. So you can see that the agent is initially getting the request and it breaks down it and plans, and it also extracts the relevant data. So it goes in the step-by-step manner. So here we can see the results. So it has categorized attrition into very high, high, low, and also very low based on the business units. And under each business unit, it also gives the count of the terminated employees and the attrition percentage. So let's say I ask to give me the difference of voluntary and non-voluntary attrition out of this attrition rate. since it's a live demo, so it always takes some time. Please bear with me. So yeah, we have got the list of voluntary and non-voluntary attrition. So it gives an idea of how much is the volunteer termination and how much is non-voluntary, so that people can make some decision based on this data. And let's see if I want to get the country-specific attrition trend, I can give that also as a prompt here. Yeah, so across the country, it has given the attrition rate. So in United States, we have 74% attrition rate, and in Germany, we have 19, and in Brazil, we have 6. So it categorizes and gives the response like this. Next, we'll move to the next use case, where we have some of the use cases built for our onboarding agent. Let's say as a HR manager, if I would like to know the list of pending internal hires, I can get it from the system. Yeah, so it gives the list of pending hire detail with their name and the onboarding status, and also the user ID. Now, like, let's say if I have candidates and who are sitting in different pipeline stages, like interview 1, interview 2, ready to be hired. So if I want to get an overall view of the pipeline, then I can also get it with a simple prompt like this to get details of candidates across application status. Yeah, so we can see that some of the candidates are in shortlist status, and some are in interview 1, and some are in completed state. So this gives an overall picture of where the candidates are currently in. So you can easily identify the pipeline bottlenecks and resolve it. So this all here we can also drill down deeper. Let's say if I want to know the candidates who are in interview 1 stage, then I can also drill down further. Yeah, so here it has listed that there are 3 candidates who are in the first interview, and it also lists their name, the requisition ID, and candidate details. And let's say if I also want to see the list of open job requisition that I want to fill, it is also possible. Yeah, so it gives the various job requisitions along with the ID which are open. And you can also see the number of openings which are there for each requisition. Yeah. So these are some of the use cases which are built by our Tech Envo, and we have also delivered to our customers. Now let's quickly see some of the use cases which are available, some basic use cases from SAP that is available in SuccessFactors. So we start with by clicking on the Joule icon, then the conversation UI opens. So let's say now I'm logging in as a manager, and if I would want to see my direct reports, I can instantly see it from here. View my direct report. Yeah, so I have 3 people reporting to me, so I have got their information. Let's say I want to view Sonia's email address. I can view it. So I have got her both personal and other email. And it's also possible to update the email address within the screen. It's asking me to submit the changes. I submit it. So we can see that the changes has been done. So if you see here, I just tell that change her email address, and every time, right, it remembers the conversation and it knows with like which user I'm referring to. So it knows the context, and based on that, it has given me the option to update. And I just gave the value in simple natural language, and it got updated in the system. So this is one of the sample use case from SAP. So yeah, that's about the demo. Let's go back to the presentation. So we have some of the AI agents delivered from Tech Envo, like I mentioned before. So first is the Aura agent, which is specialized in the SAP SuccessFactors use cases. And then we have Astra, which is mainly for SuccessFactors HCM automation testing. And then we have Juno, which is for doing the release testing in SAP SuccessFactors HCM. Then we have audit and compliance solution to take care of the audit and governance. And then we have reporting agent, which helps to generate reports in minutes with more than 50 pre-built reporting templates. And then we also have monitoring agent, which helps us to seamlessly monitor jobs, the execution results, and also we can schedule jobs all in one UI. So yeah, let's see if we have any questions in the chat. Okay, see a lot of questions. Yeah, so I see a question from Raghu, like, can Joule connect SAP HCM and SuccessFactors? So since SAP HCM is on-prem system, do we have any API connections to establish? So yeah, we can do it using the cloud connector. If you have the destination set up in the system, which connects to your on-prem system, we can create Joule skills on top of it. It is possible. And again, we have some questions on, can it integrate to EC payroll instance and execute payroll? So again, if you have an API which does this job, it can be used in Joule, and we can delegate the work to Joule. Joule can execute the payroll for you. So there is question 2. The current screen which you're showing is Joule Studio for developer or screen on SF homepage. Actually, I showed both. The one which I showed first is our standalone Joule web client, where we have our Joule use cases. And then the second demo which I showed is from SAP SuccessFactors. There we have SAP delivered Joule use cases. Then we have another question about how much effort does it take to build use cases like attrition rate? Yeah, so if we have the APIs ready, so I would say it can be built in a day. Yeah. So if we have the data ready, so we have Joule agents, like vibe coding is there in the Joule agent itself. So you can simply give the description to Joule in a natural plain language, and just you have to connect the tools and we can make it work. It actually takes very less time. And there is question 4. To build the custom use cases, do we need to take premium subscription? No, we don't premium subscription as of now. So to build the Joule use case, we just need the Joule. There are two things, right? One is Joule skill and another one is Joule agent. Joule skill is a single atomic thing, it'll just do whatever you want it to, like do calling an API or calling some other system and all. So that is always free as part of Joule based subscription. And we have Joule agent builder, that is to build agents. So SAP has offered it as free, as a promotional offer. I think it is available for free till May 31st. They can make use of it. After that, they said they're going to charge it as part of premium AI using the AI units. That's what we have got from SAP as of now. So we have another question. Okay. Glad to see Joule use cases in a lifetime of being looking for it to answer. Yeah, thank you. We also wanted to show like how in the real world it works rather than just always talking about it. So we wanted to show you how it works in the real system. Then how to integrate Joule Studio with EC Payroll. Yeah, again, if you have an API from your EC Payroll system, we can easily integrate it in Joule. Okay, and we have another question on currently how many use cases support with Joule for SuccessFactors. I think SAP has delivered more use cases. I don't know the count. And even from SAP, Tech and Move, we have built like more than 100 use cases. So they just keep on adding. There's no fixed count. Like every month they release, SAP release. And we from Tech and Move also, we keep on delivering more and more Joule use cases, like Joule skills and agents to our customers. So yeah, I hope I have covered all the questions. So do you have any other question from anyone? Okay, the agent you created for release management, how does this work? So actually, we have planned it for a separate session. Maybe I can give just a quick brief. So it can automate your release testing automation use cases. So if you have any test scenarios, so like we have built some test scenarios which automates the release testing. So we also have connected it with Joule. So Joule can execute all these release automation test cases for your SuccessFactors instance. So we, in the upcoming webinars, we will also see some detailed demo on all of the agents that we have delivered. So yeah, we have a feedback form which is provided in the chat. I would request all of you to fill the feedback so that we'll know whether it was useful for you. Yeah, so it will help us bring more useful content to the SAP community. Okay. If there are no other questions, yeah, let's go to the next steps. As I told earlier, we have more webinars planned. So I would request you to follow our Tech Info LinkedIn page to get updated about our future webinars. And yeah, please provide the feedback for us using the feedback form, which is there in the chat window. And if we haven't addressed any of the questions, yeah, we will also try to answer your questions in an email in 3 to 4 days. If you have any more questions, also you can reach out to us using this email ID. And if you are interested about any of our solution, we can also separately do a demo for you. Yeah. Okay. If there are no other questions, thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.